Welcome back to the explainer that literally caps off our entire deep dive into Python's multimedia capabilities. Over our past few sessions, we've mastered everyday image editing, video manipulation, and audio processing. But today, today we are unlocking the final crucial piece of the puzzle, scikit-image. We're moving way beyond just making images look good. We're going to learn how to rigorously, scientifically extract the hard data hidden right inside them.
Here's the game plan for today's explainer. We're going to map out the image processing landscape, explore scikit-image's mathematically rigorous foundations, break down its core scientific features, and then build a real-world machine learning pipeline. Finally, we'll establish exactly when you need to choose which tool.
All right, Section 1, the image processing landscape, finding the missing piece.
So looking at our complete multimedia toolkit, a really clear division of labor starts to emerge. Think of Pillow as your everyday digital darkroom, right? It's great for basic visual editing. And OpenCV, well, that's your real-time set of eyes, built for detecting and tracking objects on the fly. But scikit-image, it's completely different. It's like your digital caliper and microscope combined. It exists for one primary reason, to rigorously quantify and measure reality, not just modify what it looks like.
Moving on to Section 2, scikit-image foundations, built for data.
To really grasp this library's scientific precision, we gotta look under the hood at its architecture. Just like scikit-learn, which we've covered before, scikit-image treats absolutely everything as data. It directly extends NumPy and SciPy. And what this means for us is that an image of, say, an apple isn't just a picture anymore. It's a multidimensional array of raw numbers. Every single array manipulation trick you already know, boom, it instantly becomes an image processing superpower in scikit-image.
Now, here is a crucial and honestly easily overlooked distinction when you're passing these arrays around. While OpenCV uses a somewhat unusual BGR or blue-green-red format, scikit-image actually plays by the standard rules. It uses the totally conventional RGB format. It's a tiny detail, actually, scratch that. It's a really important detail, because forgetting it is exactly why your images might suddenly look like they have this weird blue alien filter applied when you try passing data between different libraries.
Loading an image into that standard RGB array is wonderfully intuitive. You literally just import I/O from scimeg and call imread. If you've used OpenCV in the past, this concept mirrors it perfectly, which ensures a super frictionless transition right into scientific analysis. All right, Section 3, scientific analysis capabilities, measuring reality. With our array foundation totally locked in, we unlock the four main pillars of this specialized scientific toolkit. We've got segmentation for isolating distinct objects, feature for pinpointing complex geometry, filters for mathematical noise reduction, and measure for actual physical quantification. So the absolutely critical first step in this workflow is segmentation. Now, keep in mind, this isn't just some magic wand tool in Photoshop. It is the hardcore mathematical process of dividing an image up into meaningful, distinct regions. It's what allows your code to look at a massive array of pixels and definitively say, okay, this is the foreground subject, like a dog, and I'm going to separate it perfectly away from the background. Once you've cleanly segmented your subject, that's when the feature and filters modules step in. Whether you need to mathematically align overlapping images, detect really complex corner features, or apply medical-grade noise reduction, you have this incredibly fine-grained quantitative control that far surpasses anything you'd find in basic editing suites. But honestly, the true differentiator here, the absolute star of the show, is the measure module. From those segmented regions we just talked about, you can extract exact, rigorous quantitative properties. We are talking about calculating actual physical surface area, mass, or exact perimeters. This is hardcore data extraction that neither Pillow nor OpenCV were natively designed to handle. Section 4, the machine learning connection, bridging the gap. Okay, this right here is where the magic actually happens in a professional pipeline. Check this out. You load the image, you segment the regions, and you extract those exact geometric measurements. Then, and this is the absolute key takeaway, you feed those precise numerical features directly into a traditional scikit-learn model. You can now cluster or classify visual data flawlessly, and you do it without ever needing the massive computational overhead of deep learning. It's so efficient. To really ground this, let's look at the real-world impact. Biomedical researchers use this exact pipeline every single day to automatically isolate and count individual cells on a petri dish. Or in agriculture, you have automated drones flying over fields, segmenting individual fruits to calculate precise millimeter measurements and predict total crop yields. It's literally changing how we measure the world.
Finally, Section 5, choosing the right tool, completing the toolkit. Ultimately, success in Python multimedia comes down to choosing the right tool for the job. Do you need simple resizing or format conversion? Grab Pillow. Are you building a system to track a moving car in real time? OpenCV is absolutely your answer. But the moment your task demands mathematically grounded segmentation, rigorous measurement, and actual scientific truth, well, scikit-image is the only tool you need. All right, so we've officially built a seriously comprehensive Python multimedia toolkit, mastering everything from basic visual edits to advanced scientific extraction. Next time, we're kicking off a brand new block, shifting gears to traditional desktop GUI development with tkinter. Until then, I want to leave you with this. What exact quantitative secrets are you going to extract from the visual world now that your toolkit is finally complete?